Hello, my name is Jeff Carlasio. I have severe to profound hearing loss, depending on the frequency. So in that high range, it's profound. I chose Oticon Intense 1, so you can kind of see what that looks like. I did a lot of research before I bought these. These are my second pair of hearing aids. The first ones I got were from Costco, and I had those for just over 3.5 years. And about a year ago, I tried hearing aids again. This time I went with a high-end brand, and I had them for several weeks, but they were very expensive. And at the time, let's say it was about a year and a half ago, they just didn't improve my hearing that much. Not enough to justify the $6,000 that they wanted for those. So I kind of hemmed and hawed a bit, continued to have some loss even with my Costco hearing aids. I went and had Costco make some modifications. I still didn't like the final result. It just wasn't quite what I needed. I guess my hearing probably was worse than when I first got these. Anyway, so I did a lot of research again here after getting tired of not being able to hear what was on TV, and a lot of my friends, repeating what they had to say to me, and I was getting a little tired of that. And so I did a lot of research again. I went on the internet and all the videos, same old hype, hey, these are the best, same thing I heard when I was researching, year and a half before, that new hearing aids are the greatest thing ever. So I was very skeptical, but after doing a lot of research, I ended up choosing these Oticon Intense 1s. And a lot of that was based on the capability of these things. Since I wear them every day, I figured it was going to be worth the money to do the difference between the Intense 1 and 2 or 3. The Intense 1 just has more adjustability for the audiologist to deal with. I guess the final thing that sold me on that was I went to Zip Hearing, and they had a chart that showed least returned hearing aids. And at the time, these Oticon 1s, Intense 1s, were the least returned. And to me, if you're going to pay, $7,000 for hearing aids and they don't work well for you, you're going to return them. And since these were the least returned, I went on that based on all the other stuff too. I mean, there's a ton of things that these hearing aids can do now. The number of channels is stunning compared to what I had before. So anyway, I got these. Zip Hearing was fantastic. I called them. I said, hey, I see you've got the Intense 1. I'm interested in that. I live in Idaho, and gave them my location, and they said, okay, here's where you can go, and they've got them for you. Just go in. And we'll schedule something. So I did that, and that was it. I mean, when it came to Zip Hearing, that was it. They didn't stay on the phone with me and try to sell me something else or anything. They just said, okay, that's great. And now if I didn't know what I wanted, I'm not sure. I didn't try them that way. So I'm not sure if they'd help you out if you were looking for something. But I did have an idea in mind already. So end result is I really like these. These are substantially better, really no comparison. I took these off. I was helping a friend build a cabin, and there's a lot of dust there and a lot of noise. So I thought, well, let me take my old hearing aids, my Costco hearing aids, and try those so that if they get dusty or something or damaged, I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I put those on, and man, that was it's like, how the heck did I hear with these before? It was really something. With the difference is dramatic. They sound very hollow. These have a clarity that I really like, and that really sold me on them. Is voices sound like voices. There's I think clarity is just the right word for it. They're just much clearer. When you turn the volume up, I turn them up once in a while, and the TV is a little bit low. I'll turn them up, and everything improves in volume. It's with the other hearing aids I had, you turn them up, and everything that you didn't like was also increased. But these just don't have a lot of sound that I don't like. They're reproducing what I want to hear, and so when I turn them up, they turn up what I need to hear. When I turn them down, it's the same thing. If I'm in a loud room or something, I just don't quite like the volume, I can turn it down, and I can still make out voices because that clarity is not lost in that lower volume. And I'm not sure how this is going to work for everybody, I got to say. For me, these are really nice. They're not perfect, and there's still, I've been in restaurants where it's very loud and it's hard to hear some people, but the first time we went out for dinner at a nice place, the waitress said, "Have a nice evening." She was across the room, on the other end of the table, and I was like, whoa, I heard what she said. This was fantastic. So they're better. It's not perfect, but my hearing is not perfect, and it will never be perfect. So right now I'm very excited with these. The only thing I need to do now is portray to my friends that I can actually hear them, right? So every now and then when I don't hear something, it's like, oh, he's still got hearing problems. And of course I do, but I can hear so much better. And like on TV, we were watching something and I couldn't make out what the woman said. And I go, I can't hear this. And my wife, who has incredibly good hearing, ridiculously good hearing, she goes, could you tell what that was? I said, no. So I thought, great, okay, it wasn't just me. People with normal hearing couldn't hear that. You gotta kind of get used to that. There's gonna be times when you don't hear something that you wouldn't have heard anyway. It just, you're not gonna hear everything. You're not gonna make everything out. Now, one thing I do notice is if I'm focused on something and I'm listening to something and somebody else is talking to me, I won't hear that. And I don't know if that's a hearing loss thing or what. They're gonna, hey, get my attention. If I'm really focused on something, that's how that's how my hearing is. So I've been rambling a lot. Summary, Zip Hearing was terrific. They saved me a lot of money. They did not try to sell me anything. Their website had some really good information that I thought was, generic, not motivated towards one product or another, but just told you here's the results of these, and here's what people think of them. And I thought that was really, really good. You can watch the YouTube videos on these, but they're all so hyped up. It's just, you've seen them. You've probably done the same thing. If this is not your first time looking for hearing aids, you'll see the video, say how great everything is, and anyway. So that's it. Oticon Intense 1, Zip Hearing, highly recommended. Good luck in your search. I hope you find something that works for you. Boy, it sure makes my life better to be able to hear people. Thank you. Bye.